We start off today thinking about the meaning of life. We are getting deep on a Friday. Hello and gosh, happy Friday to you at home. I'm Jenny Ann Chondo along with Ron Corning.
Hello, hello. And yes, you're referencing this Pew Research Center study that's out, which looks at the pandemic and how our lives changed and what we value the most and what we attach meaning to the most. Turns out relationships are atop that list, specifically relationships with loved ones. Jenny, but as I read this description of how they polled people and the things they asked them about, I feel like they got them on the front end of the pandemic before all of this divisiveness kind of took hold.
What makes you think that?
Well, because they say around the world, as social safety nets were strained, communities came together in any number of ways. Drive-through birthday parties, graduations, mass crowdfunding efforts, communal care came to the forefront. Well, it did at the beginning of the pandemic, but now I feel like things have shifted, and I don't know if any of these findings are a little dated, even though it's only been a relatively short amount of time.
Well, keep in mind this was a worldwide study. So how Americans have dealt with the pandemic and our connection to one another and our arguments with one another and our politics.
We could be the worst among them. Yeah.
Well, they've been different. Yes, there's a differentiation between us and other countries in the way we've dealt with this. So it was friends and family scoring really, really high, and then right below that, when asked the meaning of life, the motivation for continuing to stay on this earth, it was material well-being and occupation. So when I first saw material well-being on occupation, I thought, well, that's a little bit sad, but I really do think that so many people define themselves by their jobs and their careers and their profession, and it brings them a sense of joy, especially if you don't have a lot of attachments outside of work. Then that's sort of like your work family.
It can be the core attachment for a lot of people, especially in a transient world where people are moving to other cities where they don't know others. I mean, I think that's why those of us in this business are in some ways so connected to the work, because we've been to places where we've been recruited to move that we've never been to before, and yet we make ourselves part of the community. So we are very tied to what we do. But I hope there's a shift, because I feel like we've been too mindful of what we do, and we actually judge people on it, or we draw conclusions. What's the first thing we ask somebody at a party? What do you do?
Yeah, I've started to shy away from that.
Right.
Especially in the mom circles, I will say too, because I think that there can be a sense of, even if you don't mean it, a sense of judgment if somebody is a stay-at-home mom, if you're asking what you do. And some stay-at-home moms will proudly say, I'm a stay-at-home mom. And some will say, oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. And so I never want to put somebody in that position, because that's that's the toughest profession there is.
So what would you say instead? What's your favorite color?
Well, no.
I've often wondered, like, what's the opening line?
I might ask, how do you know the host, or who was your child, or that sort of thing. Because
how long have you lived in Dallas?
Yeah, that will sort of bring the connection. I always ask, are you from here? I find that to be interesting, because so many people are not from here. So many people that live in Dallas are not from here, and I know we've got our diehards, Dallas families that have been here forever. But I think that conversation starter can make somebody feel like they're being judged, even if they're not. Even if you're just like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I'm at the party and I don't know anybody.